of the grammarian is something that I'm passionate about because it requires you to listen intently to everything that is happening in the meeting. The first time I had to take on this role, I realized just how much is going on and how much you need to keep note of. This role allows you to listen to the great uses of the English language throughout the meeting, make a note of it, and then also areas of improvement. So then you make a note of that. And then, of course, you also introduce the word of the day. The word of the day doesn't need to be something really complex. It can just be a word that is interesting to use. And then you provide the definition of that word and how it is used in a sentence. And you encourage people to make use of that word throughout the event or throughout the meeting. And you, of course, you then keep note of how it is used throughout the meeting. There are some resources that are available. Granny B mentioned that a Toastmaster wears many hats is one of the resources that is common across the roles of the meeting. The word of the day, there's also a grammarian script and log that allows you to have the person's name, what the great things that they said, and areas of improvement. And also you keep a log of how many times the word of the day was used throughout that meeting. And then towards the end of the meeting, the general evaluator will call you upon the stage to give a report to say, this many people use the word of the day. These are some highlights, the nuggets of brilliant uses of words that were presented on the day, and some areas of improvement that we need to look out for in the day. So that is really what the role of the grammarian is about. It allows you to also have the skills that it allows you to get is planning, evaluation, interpersonal communication, and public speaking. Of course, you are able to then make note of everything that happens in the meeting, but also deliver it in a way that is encouraging to the speakers and to all the role players to make use of, to challenge themselves as they put their speeches together. And of course, you are providing feedback along the way. Our counter. In some club meetings, they have the grammarian and our counter doing the same role. However, they listen out for different things. So it's great when they are separate people doing different roles. So I've mentioned what the grammarian focuses on. The our counter listens out for the filler words. The filler words are those like sometimes you use like as a filler word. So, you know, um yeah, so those are some of the words that people use when they're thinking of the next thing to say. And they, what you could use instead is a pause. But of course, we are afraid of the silence or the awkward silence. So we put a lot of so's and ums and you knows. So this role allows you to listen intently, but also makes it difficult for you when you now start listening to the radio and you hear all the presenters and all the speakers and you realize how many ums they actually use within their general talk. Again, Toastmaster wears many hats. Mobile app, there is a Toastmasters app. It's hardly used in a lot of our meetings, I must admit, but it does exist. There's also an our counter script and report. This works on active listening, evaluation, and providing feedback. Of course, the active listening is something I've stressed quite a lot in this talk.